Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins ever struck in the United States, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. This isn't just any old 1-cent coin. It's a treasure hidden in plain sight. While most people might overlook it, true collectors know that this particular penny has the power to capture the imagination, spark excitement, and possibly bring in an incredible fortune. So stick with us and listen closely, because by the end of this video, you might just be inspired to go digging through your coin jars and pocket change. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during a pivotal time in American history, World War II. With the world at war, the U.S. Mint had to adapt to metal shortages, especially copper, which was needed for the war effort. In 1943, the Mint made pennies out of zinc-coated steel instead of copper. But in 1944, the Mint returned to using copper planchets made from recycled shell casings, something that makes these coins extra special. And the ones that came out of the Denver Mint, marked with the small D mint mark just below the date, hold a particularly high interest for collectors due to their striking quality and occasional anomalies that turn ordinary cents into small fortunes. Now, while millions of 1944 pennies were minted, only a few are known to have remarkable errors that elevate their value to unbelievable heights. These include coins accidentally struck on steel planchets left over from 1943, instead of the copper that was intended. That's right, imagine a 1944 penny that looks silver or gray instead of the usual reddish-brown or bronze tone. That's not just cool, it's a huge clue that you may be holding something extremely rare and valuable. These transitional errors are among the most coveted in the entire world of coin collecting, and even a single example can ignite bidding wars among serious collectors. Another major feature to look for in your 1944 penny is any kind of doubling, especially on the date or the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. These double die errors occur when the coin is struck more than once improperly, leaving faint or bold duplicates of the design elements. With the right kind of magnification and lighting, a keen eye can spot these rare imperfections. If you see clear doubling or extra thickness on the letters or numbers, don't dismiss it. This might be your ticket to the big leagues of coin collecting. Also keep an eye out for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks. These are all error types that collectors prize. A repunched D mint mark is especially notable for 1944 cents. These errors occur when the mint mark was punched more than once in slightly different positions, creating a shadow or doubling effect. These small flaws, overlooked by many, can add tremendous value because of their rarity and uniqueness. Each one is a fingerprint of history that makes your coin stand apart from millions of others. Recently, the coin market has seen surging interest in these wartime-era coins. Collectors are scrambling to find premium examples of the 1944 wheat penny, especially ones with unique errors or in pristine uncirculated condition. These pennies have fetched some impressive prices at auction, with certain rare examples completely blowing expectations out of the water. A few coins with transitional planchet errors or strong die doubling have gone for thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and level of rarity. It's no exaggeration to say that these pennies have made people's jaws drop at coin shows and online auctions alike, so if you think you have a 1944 penny lying around, don't take it for granted. Get a magnifying glass, check for doubling, examine the color and surface, and consider weighing it. If it looks silvery instead of coppery, it could be a steel cent, which is especially rare for 1944. If your coin has any of these features and is still in excellent condition with sharp details, you could be sitting on a hidden gem that collectors would pay handsomely for. And if you're unsure, don't hesitate to have it professionally graded or appraised by a reputable coin expert or grading service like PCGS or NGC. You might just discover that your 1-cent coin is worth far more than $100, or even $1,000. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, a verified and extremely rare 1944 Lincoln wheat penny with the right combination of minting errors, historical value, and pristine preservation has sold for a life-changing amount of $98,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single 1-cent coin turned into nearly $100,000 because of its rarity, demand, and condition. This is why collectors and investors alike are hunting for this coin with passion and precision, because opportunities like this don't come around often, but when they do, they can completely change your financial story. So check your change, search through those old boxes, ask your family if they've saved any pennies from the past, and keep your eyes open. The 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat penny is more than just a piece of history, it could be the crown jewel of your collection. If you found a similar coin or have questions about your own penny collection, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories and help guide you in discovering whether you've got something truly special. Second rare coin, we're unlocking the fascinating story behind one of the most incredible coins from the early 20th century, the 1941 D. Lincoln Wheat penny. Now don't let its humble 1-cent face value fool you. This coin has taken the numismatic world by storm, and in certain rare cases, it has commanded unbelievable prices on the auction block. So if you're holding on to one of these old pennies or find one hiding in a drawer, you may just be in for an unforgettable surprise. The 1941 D. Lincoln Wheat penny comes from a time when America was standing on the edge of history. With World War II just around the corner and the economy starting to shift, coins like these captured the spirit of a nation in transition. The D mint mark on this coin tells us it was minted in Denver, one of the U.S. Mint's busiest and most important locations during that era. These pennies feature the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and two bold wheat ears flanking the words, 1 cent, on the reverse, a classic design that's beloved by collectors worldwide. Although millions of 1941 D pennies were minted, what makes this coin so special and desirable today is the existence of rare minting errors and unique variations that slip through the cracks during production. These errors are what transform a common coin into an incredibly rare and valuable collector's prize. And in the case of the 1941 D, some of these error coins have been known to stun the market with their high demand and astonishing value. So what should collectors be on the lookout for when examining a 1941 D. Lincoln Wheat penny? One of the most significant features to check for is a double die error, especially on the obverse side of the coin. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you might spot clear doubling on the date, the word liberty, or even on the phrase, "In God we trust." These types of errors are extremely rare, but they're also incredibly exciting to find, because they instantly multiply a coin's value and desirability among collectors. Another fascinating variety to watch for is a repunched mint mark, commonly abbreviated as RPM. This occurs when the D mint mark was struck more than once, slightly misaligned each time. The result? A tiny, visible duplication or shadowing effect that adds serious character, and serious value, to the coin. RPMs are well documented among 1941 D cents and are considered one of the most collectible varieties in the Lincoln series. If you can spot one of these with strong detail and minimal wear, you're looking at a penny that's far from ordinary. Also keep your eyes peeled for off-center strikes, die cracks, or lamination errors, imperfections in the metal that occurred during the minting process. These flaws make the coin unique and increase its collectability, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. A coin that hasn't been circulated, or has barely touched any surfaces since it was minted, will have full original luster and sharply defined features. These mint state coins are the cream of the crop, and if they have the right error or variety, they can reach incredible values in the numismatic world. And let's not forget the role that condition plays in value. Coins are graded from 1 to 70 on the Sheldon scale, with anything 60 and above considered mint state. The closer a coin is to that perfect score of 70, the more desirable and valuable it becomes. A 1941 D penny with an error in mint state condition is a coin that every serious collector dreams of adding to their collection, and they're willing to pay big money for the chance. Over the past several years, rare 1941 D Lincoln Wheat pennies with these unique attributes have created buzz at major coin auctions and numismatic events. Collectors and investors alike are competing to find the best examples, and the prices just keep climbing. It's not just about owning a piece of history, it's about the thrill of discovery, the artistry of the coin itself, and the excitement of knowing you're holding something that only a few people in the world might possess. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much can one of these extraordinary 1941 Lincoln wheat pennies be worth? Well, one such coin, featuring a rare error combined with mint state preservation and immaculate eye appeal, recently stunned collectors by selling for an incredible $110,000. That's right, a single penny, struck over 80 years ago, turned out to be worth more than a brand new luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So go check your collections, revisit those old coin jars, and ask your grandparents if they've got any old pennies tucked away in albums or boxes. Take a close look at your 1941 Lincoln wheat pennies. You might be one magnifying glass away from discovering a life-changing coin. If you find something unusual or have questions about a penny you've come across, we'd love to hear about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your coin stories, and let's uncover some more hidden treasures together. Third expensive coin is dedicated to a true American classic, a small but mighty treasure that's been catching the attention of collectors everywhere, the 1952 Lincoln wheat penny. If you've ever come across this beautiful coin in a box of old change or inherited a collection from a relative, you might be holding onto something far more valuable than you realize. This isn't just another penny, it's a piece of mid-20th century Americana that, under the right conditions, could be worth a stunning amount of money. The 1952 Lincoln wheat penny was minted at the Denver Mint during the post-war boom in the United States. While millions of these coins were struck, only a very small number have survived with the kind of quality and rare features that can command serious attention in the collecting world. The iconic design, with President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the twin wheat ears on the reverse, makes this penny part of one of the most beloved and historically rich coin series in U.S. history. And the small D mint mark just beneath the date stands for Denver, a mint known for producing some of the sharpest, most detailed strikes in the Lincoln series. Now here's where things get really exciting. What separates the valuable 1952 pennies from the common ones are the rare mint errors and high-grade conditions that make them stand out like diamonds in a sea of copper. These aren't just flaws, they're unique fingerprints that turn ordinary coins into incredibly sought-after collectibles. Some of the most valuable 1952 pennies include those with strong die doubling, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and lamination errors that occurred during the production process. These rare features are like golden tickets for collectors, and when they appear on a coin this old, the price tag can climb very quickly. One of the most fascinating varieties to look for on a 1952 penny is the RPM, or repunched mint mark. These occur when the D mint mark was punched into the die more than once, creating a doubled or shadowed look that's visible under magnification. RPM varieties from the early 1950s are incredibly popular among collectors, and the 1952 is no exception. If you find a coin with a clear repunched mint mark in near-perfect condition, you could be holding a very valuable piece that is in high demand across the numismatic community. Another highly sought-after error is a double die. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with a slightly misaligned die, creating doubling on the lettering or date. If you spot extra thickness or a shadowed effect on "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date 1952, don't overlook it. These types of errors are extremely collectible and have been known to boost a penny's value exponentially, especially if the coin is also in uncirculated or mint state condition. A double die 1952 penny with rich luster, sharp details, and minimal handling marks is the kind of coin that serious collectors dream of finding. Even subtle strike variations, such as coins that are slightly off-center or struck on an improperly prepared planchet, can raise the value of a 1952 penny dramatically. Combine that with a vibrant red or red-brown surface, and you've got a coin that could easily become the centerpiece of any collection. And let's not forget, grade is everything in the world of rare coins. Coins that are certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC in mint state 65 or higher can command significantly more than their circulated counterparts. High-grade, error-rich 1952 pennies are now in greater demand than ever before, and finding one could lead to an incredible payday. The buzz around this coin has been growing steadily at auctions and among collectors in online communities. Recently, coins with these rare features have surprised even seasoned experts by reaching remarkable sales figures. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for pristine examples, especially those with strong eye appeal and verifiable mint errors. And as time goes on, the supply of high-quality 1952 Lincoln wheat pennies is only shrinking, making each surviving specimen more valuable with every passing year. Now comes the moment you've all been waiting for: how much could one of these extraordinary coins actually be worth? Well, in one particularly exciting sale, a rare 1952 Lincoln wheat penny featuring both a dramatic mint error and exceptional condition was sold for a jaw-dropping $87,000. That's right, a single penny, carefully preserved and boasting a rare feature, ended up being worth $87,000 to a collector who knew exactly what they were looking for. It's not just a coin, it's history, rarity, and investment potential all wrapped into one tiny copper masterpiece. So if you've got a 1952 Lincoln wheat penny lying around, or a box full of old change, now's the time to take a closer look. Grab a magnifier, study the details, check the color, and see if there's any doubling, RPM, or unusual features that stand out. You never know when one of your coins might turn out to be a hidden treasure. And if you found something that looks promising or just want a second opinion, feel free to drop a comment below. We love hearing from collectors like you, and we're here to help you uncover the true potential of your coins. Especially, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the mid-20th century, an American icon that continues to grow in value and popularity, the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny. This tiny copper coin may look simple at first glance, but don't let its size or age fool you. Some of these pennies are now considered rare collector's gems, and under the right conditions, they can be worth a staggering amount of money. The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny represents a period in American history where the country was booming post-World War II. The economy was strong, optimism was high, and the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins to keep up with a rapidly growing population. That year, Lincoln cents were struck at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, with no mint mark; Denver, marked by a small D; and San Francisco, with the S mint mark. While millions of these pennies were made, only a select few have survived in pristine condition, or with unique mint errors, that make them extremely valuable to collectors today. What makes the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny so attractive to collectors isn't just its age, but the rare errors and variations that appeared during the minting process. These small differences can drastically change the value of the coin. Imagine owning something that looks almost identical to every other penny from the year, yet because of a tiny error or subtle variation, it becomes worth thousands of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting, and the 1953 penny is a prime example of how something ordinary can transform into something extraordinary. One of the most coveted varieties of the 1953 penny is the double die error, a fascinating minting mistake where the coin is struck more than once with a slightly shifted die. This causes visible doubling on key details like the date, the words "Liberty," or the phrase "In God We Trust." You don't need to be a professional to spot these either. A good magnifying glass and a sharp eye might be all it takes to uncover a rare double die right in your own collection. Coins with this kind of doubling, especially when combined with excellent condition, are in high demand and can be incredibly valuable to the right buyer. Another key feature to look for is the repunched mint mark, or RPM. This error is most commonly found on coins struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints. It occurs when the mint mark was punched into the coin more than once, slightly misaligned. The result is a visible doubling or even tripling of the D or S that can be seen under magnification. These repunched mint marks are highly collectible, and when found on a 1953 penny that's in mint state condition, they can push the value of the coin into an entirely new level of desirability. Collectors are also excited about off-center strikes, broad strikes, and lamination errors, all of which can occur during the minting process. An off-center strike shows part of the design shifted away from the center, creating a strikingly unusual visual appearance. Lamination errors, caused by flaws in the metal composition, result in peeling or cracked surfaces that give the coin a rugged, one-of-a-kind look. These error coins are not only rare, but they're often completely unique, making them irresistible to those looking to build a collection filled with exceptional pieces. beyond errors, condition plays a massive role in the value of a 1953 wheat penny. Coins that have never been circulated and show full red luster, known as red mint state coins, are especially sought after. The more original shine and fewer contact marks your coin has, the higher it will rank on the Sheldon scale, which grades coins from 1 to 70. A 1953 penny graded MS 65 or higher, with a bold strike and brilliant surfaces, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Add a rare error to that, and suddenly you're holding a coin that could catch the eye of major collectors and dealers across the country. The market for Lincoln wheat pennies has only grown stronger in recent years, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and hunt for hidden gems from this iconic series. Rare 1953 pennies with confirmed errors or ultra-high grades have made headlines at auctions, turning heads and breaking records. The combination of nostalgia, rarity, and the thrill of discovery makes this coin a standout choice for both beginner and seasoned collectors. Whether you're looking to invest or simply admire the beauty and history of these coins, the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny is a perfect example of why numismatics is such a captivating hobby. And now, for the part that gets everyone talking, just how valuable can a 1953 Lincoln wheat penny really be? In one remarkable case, a perfectly preserved 1953 penny with a dramatic mint error and top-tier grading was sold to a passionate collector for an astonishing $65,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin that's now worth $65,000 simply because of its rarity, condition, and uniqueness. This is the kind of discovery that fuels the dreams of coin hunters everywhere and proves that true treasures really can come in the smallest forms. So if you have a 1953 penny in your collection, or you come across one while coin hunting, take a closer look. Inspect the mint mark, examine the surfaces for doubling or striking errors, and check the overall condition. You never know what you might find. And if you've discovered something that looks special or want help identifying a rare variety, let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and helping fellow collectors unlock the secrets of their coins. Last unique coin, we're diving into one of the most talked about and thrilling coins in the world of U.S. coin collecting, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny. Yes, that classic 1-cent piece that's probably been passed down through generations or sitting quietly in your coin jar could be the key to unlocking an incredible hidden fortune. Stick around, because by the time you finish watching this video, you'll have everything you need to know about why this particular penny has captured the imagination of collectors across the globe. The year 1958 marked the final chapter in the iconic Lincoln wheat penny series, a design that had been in circulation since 1909. With its beautiful wheat stalks on the reverse and the dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, this penny was more than just spare change, it was a symbol of American resilience and heritage. What makes the 1958 Lincoln penny so unique and desirable today is the fact that it was the last of its kind before the U.S. Mint transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. This makes the 1958 wheat penny a true end-of-an-era coin, and that alone gives it special historical value in the eyes of collectors, but the excitement doesn't stop there. What truly elevates the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny from a nostalgic collectible to a high-value rarity are the extraordinary minting errors that have been discovered on certain examples. These rare variations are not only fascinating, they're extremely valuable. One of the most legendary errors linked to the 1958 wheat penny is the double die obverse, a phenomenon where the coin was struck more than once with a misaligned die, causing noticeable doubling in the date and the inscriptions such as "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." When viewed with magnification, these doubled letters and numbers become very clear, and collectors go absolutely wild for them. The 1958 double die obverse variety is one of the rarest and most desirable of all Lincoln cents, with only a few known examples in existence. These coins are like the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. The doubling is bold and dramatic, and it's not something you have to squint to see, it practically jumps off the coin. If you ever come across one, hold on to it tightly and get it authenticated by a professional grading service immediately. Because of its rarity, this error alone makes the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny one of the most exciting coins to look out for. Even outside of the famous double die variety, the 1958 penny has other factors that can raise its value dramatically. Coins that exhibit repunched mint marks, die cracks, or off-center strikes can also be highly desirable. These minting anomalies turn ordinary coins into one-of-a-kind pieces. And when you combine any of these unique errors with a coin that's been preserved in near-perfect condition, free from wear, damage, and discoloration, you're looking at something truly special that can command top dollar in today's booming collector market. Condition plays a major role in the value of any coin, and the 1958 wheat penny is no exception. Coins that are graded as mint state, MS, 65 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly attractive to serious collectors. They want coins with full original red luster, no scratches or contact marks, and crisp details that look as fresh as the day they were minted. If your 1958 penny has one of these rare features and is in pristine condition, it could become one of the crown jewels of your collection. Collectors and investors alike are always searching for standout coins like this, especially those tied to a transition in U.S. coinage history. Because 1958 was the final year of the wheat reverse design, the nostalgia factor is massive. Combine that emotional appeal with rarity, error variety, and high-grade preservation, and you've got a coin that's not only fun to collect, but also a powerful long-term investment. In fact, major coin shows and online auctions have seen these pennies steal the spotlight, with bidding wars breaking out over the most impressive specimens. And now, the moment that everyone has been waiting for: how much could a rare 1958 Lincoln wheat penny actually be worth today? In one truly exciting sale, a 1958 penny with a dramatic double die error and flawless mint state condition was sold to a passionate collector for a jaw-dropping $50,000. That's right, one small copper coin from over 6 decades ago changed hands for $50,000, thanks to its rarity, condition, and historical importance. That kind of value doesn't just get attention, it sets records and turns heads across the entire collecting world. So, what are you waiting for? Check those old penny rolls, search through your family's coin collections, and take a closer look at your 1958 Lincoln wheat pennies. You might just be holding onto a rare and valuable gem without even knowing it. Grab a magnifying glass, study the details, and look closely for signs of doubling or minting anomalies. If you find something that looks unusual, let us know in the comments. We'd love to help you identify it, and who knows, you might have the next big discovery. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin in your pocket can hold the biggest surprise. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and stay excited about the possibilities. Because your next Lincoln wheat penny could be worth $50,000.